thank y'all for being here, because you guys have a lot of choices of where you could be, right? But you guys chose to be here, and we super appreciate that. So one more time, really slowly. My name is Derek Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing, but I'm also the founder and thought leader with this beautiful lady of Forston Consultants, where we go all over the world showing people the concept of independent living, which we trademarked, co-living or shared living. And that is simply just an environment share where we take an environment. Well, let me say an environment. We take a residential property.
Correct.
And we turn the environment into something that's clean, safe, and affordable. And we just happen to trademark independent living facility. And as you know, or if you don't know, just a short, brief intro, we connect with social workers and case managers as what we call the funnel system to it all. And that's how we're getting these people in these houses. Yeah. Shay, tell the people who you are, how great you are, and what do you do?
Man, I'm Shanya Shea Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization here in Orlando, Florida, where we house women utilizing the ILF model, taking them from homeless to hopeful in that same beautiful model that you see and hear us talk about all the time.
Shay just deposited Friday, guys, a $5,000 check for the great work that she's doing in the community. They're not just writing people checks, right? She's a nonprofit to what we do. I'm an LLC, so I don't get checks like that yet, right? But Shay is a nonprofit. And talk about it, Shay. Like, what did it feel like to get that check, and why did you get it? How did you apply for it?
So the powerful thing about it is once you start building these relationships and someone entrusts in your vision, they become a partner, right? So First Horizons Bank, last year, their 120th anniversary, I believe it was, and they chose 120 organizations to pour into. And that was the first time we ever heard of this bank. That's the first time I didn't even know it was located in Orlando. And my virtual assistant, Latrell, big shout out to him. He found the company, found the grant, wrote the documentation necessary for the grant. We were one of the 120 that was chosen, and I actually found out the night before our event. Latrell actually sent me a video, and he's like, "Ma'am, I need you to watch this." And I watched the video, and the Angela Denise Foundation was broadcasted all over there as one of the Florida.
How cool is that? That Shay utilized a virtual assistant that lives in the Philippines that works for $5 an hour, and got you a $5,000 grant.
Well, that one was 10,000.
10,000.
So that was 10,000. Remember, they had the big check. He came.
But the one you deposited Friday, that was 10?
No. The one I deposited this Friday was 5.
And that's what I mean. Like, just pause there for a second, guys. Talk about return on investment. Right. And Shay's not a grant writer, correct?
No.
So you utilize a virtual assistant from the Philippines to write these grants.
I do know how to write grants, but I do not. Grants are not something that you are guaranteed. So you ultimately have to have some source of income for your nonprofit. And for the Angela Denise Foundation, that is the ILF model. So the ILF is the thing that generates the most income for us to help go into other programs that we run. So the ILF family does get access to my Know Before You Go nonprofit course, which is a course that pretty much explains everything about the setup, the things you need to have implemented. How do you know if you are really creating a sustainable nonprofit, or is it going to be just an organization that's here for a day and gone tomorrow? Again, Angela Denise Foundation just received $5,000 grant that is going towards the running of the ILF, one of my ladies' houses. So that grant is directly associated with that house.
In fact, Shay, I think when they even mailed the check, didn't they give you a piece of paper in it that kind of stated what you had to do?
So what people don't realize, so a lot of people say, oh, grants, yay, free money. It's not free. They're putting money behind something that they believe in.
Good work.
Because you wrote a program that they're going to help fund. Right.
Obviously, we just jumped right into the meat of things, right?
Thank you, guys.
So if you just joined us, we're simply just discussing independent living facilities and how you can walk off your job this year. This is what you desire to do.
Yeah.
But Shay jumped right into this grant that she received Friday, and a lot of you all want to do this as a nonprofit. In fact, right now, put in the chat, if you say, Derek, man, I've been following you for a while, bro. Or Derek, I've been in it, but I want to be like Shay and I want to go nonprofit. In fact, if you're on TikTok and you're not on the YouTube channel, come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. There's a lot of people on TikTok. Come over to Forston Consultants on our YouTube channel. That's Forston.
Yeah.
Put in the chat, my YouTube family, how many of you all want to kind of operate like Shay and be nonprofit? Because I'll admit, I did not. That's why I'm glad that Shay had the idea. She's like, babe, you got an LLC already. You're going to eventually go S Corp. Why should I get the same thing?
I go for the big picture, but then I tear it down into small segments to now recreate it and make it better. So that's the reason why.
You guys can also see how Shay and I kind of do things together, right? So that's how all of our businesses started. Her last comment is the gist of my life. God gives me an idea. I bring it to Shay as a 1,000-piece puzzle and throw it on the table and say, Shay, I know all the pieces are here.
Yeah.
And here it is. Can you put it together? That's kind of what a husband and wife does at times, right?
Correct.
Business partners. And that's our makeup. We just grew over time and now that we also utilize virtual assistants, which I'm also going to talk about today. So I'm super excited. And because I'm going to stay disciplined and stay on track, because if not, I can talk about this new hire and this AI stuff for the rest of the morning because I'm so excited about it. Because all of these plans and ideas that I got in my big head, and God is blessing us so much where we're getting so busy, where our team has to grow. So again, guys, I don't know how to do that stuff. My business coaching under Shay and I teaches you how do you utilize somebody else's skill set. Like she utilizes Latrell, who lives in the Philippines, a 12-hour difference from all of us, but writes her grants. Shay is not writing grants. She's too busy trying to save the world.
Yeah.
But obviously today's title is picked up my first set of keys. Wait, here's what you forgot to do. So big shout out to all you guys that are following the coaching. You're moving at the speed of instruction. But guess what my biggest fear is for all of you guys when it is coming down to get that first property is that maybe you haven't done the advertising and the marketing yet.
Talk about it.
Or fast enough.
Talk about it.
So the way that I like to see you all do this is that by the time you do get a property, you've done so much advertising and marketing that there's a natural flow of clients into your place. And some of you guys even create what I would call a waiting list. But oh my, I don't want to see you get a house and now you praying and begging God to fill it when you've done no advertising, no marketing, you're not meeting with no social workers, no case managers, and you won't even go to certain things to where people are looking for this housing.
Yeah.
So Shay and I are both going to put our little inputs on it. But again, guys, without marketing and advertising, you can have a house that's just sitting there.
Correct.
Y'all hear me joke about it all the time. You can fry the best fried chicken in the world, but if nobody knows about it, how would they know to come and buy that fried chicken from you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shay.
So here's one of the things, and I think a lot of people get caught up in the process of doing both, right? They're either zoned in on one thing or the other. And I think that as an entrepreneur, you have to have that happy median of being able to build and also market at the same time. Because think about it, if you put your mindset, let's think of a big brand, a company, right? Starbucks moves into your area. They're going to tear down, and this is a real life example of what happened in our community. It was a building that was already there. They completely demolished it and they rebuild. But as they're building, you don't think that there was a sign saying coming soon, Starbucks, opening in 30 days, Starbucks, opening in 7 days.
Hiring
Starbucks.
now. Fill out the application.
Exactly. Hiring now. So I want people to think of
That's
that,
a great
right?
example, Shay.
Even though it's Starbucks, I want you to do not forsake who you are and what you're doing, right? If people do not know that you are coming soon or coming into their area, they won't know to utilize you. And then what ends up happening, Derek, is now people, like you said, they're in that race for the chase. Oh, I got rent coming up in 30 days. Oh, I ain't getting no phone calls from nobody. And then they're so quick to give in the towel and throw in the towel and say this didn't work.
Yeah.
It's not that it doesn't work. You've got to do two things at once. Derek, you always talk about how you gave, you did things in faith. coming in 30 days.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
In 90 days.
In 90 days.
Second
Right.
Chance Housing will have its next facility. Guys, that wasn't true.
Right.
I was just calling these things that be not as though they were. I was letting people know what's to come. I came back and said in 60 days, Second Chance Housing is going to have its first facility.
Correct. Yeah.
Guys, I was just praying for it. That actually wasn't true. But I wanted to kind of get the buzz about what's coming. In 30 days, in 14 days, in 7 days. And that's when God gave me my first house, y'all. When I put that post out, and if you follow me, if you go way back 7, 8 years ago, you can find a post today those days that said all of those posts.
Yeah.
And in day 7, when I say 7 days, that's when you realize weeks later that I was furnishing a place. I was showing y'all videos. Guys, I spoke it into existence. I let them know what was to come, Shay. And that's what you're talking about, right?
And you have to do that because you've never seen a company, a business just show up and then they're profitable, right? Without any advertisement, without any conversation of who they are, without any drawing engagement to, hey, this is where we're going to be located. And I think that's where people get super laxed in that, and they get zoned in and focused on, I need the house, I need the house, I need the house, I need the house, I need the house. Well, guess what? Even if you don't have the house and you are doing all of this advertising and communicating, that's when you're building other relationships as well. That's the HRA, the Housing Referral Agency that we always talk about, right? Now you do that, and now you're creating an ecosystem around you so that, let's say, your phone is now on 5,000. Katara is a great example of this. Angela Brooks is a great example of this. I think most of our ILF operators that have houses are great in this, knowing how to build that ecosystem around them. So that way, when they're busy, you don't just stop answering the phone, right? So the goal is to make when they're full, they're not just stopping answering the phone. They're still answering the phone, but now they're dispatching people to other housing providers in the area.
In the housing referral agent.
Even before you get the house, why isn't it not important to do the same thing? Because now you've got that phone call, those calls coming in, you're being a resource. You're providing solutions to an organization or other partners that you are partnering with to get your individuals placed. So even though you don't have a house, you are still housing individuals. So that is the importance of marketing, because you can still do good even though you don't have a house, but you're still getting the name of you're still getting the name of your organization out there, Derek.
This is good coaching right here, y'all.
You're getting the name of your organization out there, and people are getting used to the buzz. They're getting used to how you do business. They're getting used to, I don't just call this person and drop somebody off at their door. Oh, they do an assessment. Oh, this is how they do this. Oh, you can house people within 24 hours, the same day sometimes. Oh, okay. So that is what you're doing. You're actually training the people that you're going to be working with how you work, how you do business. So now when your house opens, guess what, Derek? They know how. You don't have to now retrain them.
Natural flow.
They've already got the flow of how you do business and how your process works. So again, I think people get so caught up on, I need a house, I need a house, I need a house. And then they get the keys and they're like, oh my God, what next? We've been telling you what next the whole time.
Yep.
And it's not what next, it's what now. What needs to happen now?
Boy, Shay coaching this morning, y'all. I don't know what y'all gave Shay, but Shay own it.
So I'm sorry.
I need my roadcaster closer to me. So I'm going to tell my tech engineer, Shay, because that deserves a bump. TikTok family, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let me know what you just heard if that's not good coaching. Shay just told y'all the gist of what y'all should be doing, whether you have a house or not.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Ronald said my pinky needs to
I want to make sure you guys follow that prompt that's scrolling below. A lot of you guys are asking questions about how to get started. We're going to jump on that next. But if you text the phrase more info to the phone number that's on the screen, it's going to give it to you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I jokingly say this, but I'm serious, man. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be that we appreciate that. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And again, as you saw in the chat, Ronald and Kathy, who's in the Bay Area on the West Coast, they just got their keys and they said move-in day is repeated in the chat.
Was that June 30th?
And then June 30th is open house. So I want Shay to talk about that. But yes, when you open, I want you to have an open house to show the city, social workers and case managers, what are you doing? But also, where did she get that idea from?
So can I share a gem? I'm gonna share a gem. So
wait a minute, Shay.
So for y'all, when you send out the email for your open house, right? Use it in Digital Flow Solutions. Do your email campaign. Have them, accept. You can create a group meeting
in DFS.
In DFS, you can create a group meeting. Okay.
Got to say today. T-U-Day. T-U-D-A-Y.
Okay. But listen, you can create a group meeting in that email campaign that they select and they click on and accept, right? Do not provide the address. What you do is you let them know in the email that the address will be available 10 hours or 12 hours, 8 hours before the event or the open house. The reason why you do this is because you don't want people lurking around your property before you actually give them the opportunity to come to the property.
They come on your terms.
Come on your terms. Exactly. So that's one of the things that I do in DFS. And then I have the team set up an automation that sends it, because again, when they accept, the system can actually tag them as open house attendee. And then you can, again, make sure that in that form or whatever you're using in DFS that you get their phone number, because ultimately you want their email address, phone number, and their information. So that way, when you go to send out the reminder, it can be via text message as well through an automation, and it can then send them the address. So that's one of the ways I love doing my open houses. And people are like, well, I didn't get an address, but in the email it states, due to the safety and, current possible move-ins during this time frame, we want to keep the property address undisclosed or disclosed, and then we will provide it to you upon your acceptance of the appointment. So you can configure that however you want, but use your systems. Use your systems. You have systems in place, utilize them. And we'll be doing a lot more talking about DFS and things you can do in DFS in our private community, because we're getting ready to ramp up our AI configurations in our software systems.
Now that you have these keys, and I want to go a step before that, Shoshana, right? You're in that zone.
Yeah.
And me and you talked about this, sis. We got to be marketing and advertising. That way, the HRA is also possible. If you'd have met us 4 years ago, there was only one way to get into this, and you had to have your own house to make this work. Today, we use the HRA. And if you're new to us, that stands for Housing Referral Agency.
Correct.
Where we teach you as simple as how to build relationships with social workers and case managers in social media, take the phone call, do a short 5-question assessment, and now post that inside of your private community that we give you, and also on your social media. And that's how a lot of people are making money and an impact in their community by only making referrals. So let me slow it down a little bit and answer this for my two brothers in the chat. The way that you guys get the one-on-one coaching is literally by step one is watching the webinar, which is by texting the phrase more info. And most people join us on YouTube 1 or 2 times, and then they have a phone call with us. On that call, we begin to talk about how can we help you get started in your city, in your area, with your family. Shay and I's coaching is one-on-one, and we customize it to where you live at. So if you live in California, why am I coaching you with Florida rules? Why am I discussing you with things that happen in Florida if you live in New York or Georgia or Wichita, Kansas?
Yeah.
So again, no matter where you live at, we customize it to you. Our one-on-one coaching is $5,000. The DIY is $500. My free coaching is Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, right here on YouTube. Bring every question you got. But if you want to be like a lot of these people that are picking up keys, they're skipping the line, right? And then the DIY is almost exactly that. You just don't get me as your one-on-one big brother. You get all my stuff, all my coaching, all the curriculum, and we still build your website. But that was called DIY, meaning you say, Derek, I can do this on my own, bro. But what's funny is that most people that purchase the DIY, they love it. They brag on it.
They do.
So again, if you desire this one-on-one coaching, guys, there is nobody that teaches this the way that we do.
And everybody,
right? So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Everybody's everybody's coaching experience is completely different. Talk about it.
Through that AI book writing course, we already gonna send it to her.
Like, oh, I'm gonna tell them myself. So prime example, all yesterday, I had a couple of clients, but most of yesterday I was working on the ebook workbook to go alongside with the Know Before You Go nonprofit course. I was working on that all day yesterday until ChatGPT and I had a little bit of an argument. So
Valerie loves ChatGPT too. So I'm excited and thank you all for what you're saying in the chat. And like you guys said, and what Ronald jokingly always says is this: most of you guys are shocked that I'm the same way that I'm here on your calls. Some of y'all are thinking that this is just the Derek on YouTube.
No,
guys, I kind of wish it was that way, but I can't control it. I'm excited,
so passionate about
and my dream for y'all to get it.
I didn't tell you this.
Lord have
mercy. I'm coaching Jay Dawson. I'll be starting to coach him on his nonprofit. 501c3 application was submitted.
He's going nonprofit?
501c3 application was submitted the other day.
Good stuff. What is going nonprofit?
So a few things. So I'm going to get a lot of, I told them what we'll do is we'll leverage the Angela Denise Foundation's board and make it a collaborative. So that way he doesn't have to look for board members because we've got a physician. We've got everybody already in place on the board. So
when you're ready to buy property, you come see me. Then I can lend you 100,000 or 100 million to buy whatever building you want. You want to buy the Staples Center? I can cover it. You want to buy a commercial building? Shay and I can cover it. You want to buy a residential property, duplex, fourplex? We can cover it. And not because I got that money in my pocket. We're asset-based lenders. We're commercial brokers. That means that we got big hedge funds behind us with billions of dollars, and they'll give it to y'all. So if you ever heard of asset-based lending, that's what that is. Back on you, Shay.
So we got the keys. What we doing? So we already know we marketing. We already know that we need to set up cameras in the common areas.
And hopefully you've been marketing before. Like that's where this all kind of started from. We hope that you marketed well before you got this house. But like Shay, now we fast forward through that. Hopefully if you furnished it, right? But now we start taking these calls to move people in. And if you under my coaching, remember you're going to do an assessment. We don't just move in anybody that calls our phone. We don't want to run a clown show, right? So everybody goes through a questionnaire, a set series of questions, an assessment, an interview. You can call it whatever you want to. We call it an assessment.
Yeah.
For us in our dictionary that we made up, an assessment means a series of questions that allows us to make a sound decision about who we're housing in our ILF.
Absolutely.
We got our own dictionary, Shay.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Let's even talk about this, Derek, because this is something that we don't talk about on a regular basis, but I want to talk about it. So for those that now have the keys and they're ready to move in, you'll see that in the ILF family chat, we uploaded a whole list of must-have purchase items with the links, with the Amazon links attached, so that you can start purchasing some of the items that you'll need. Another thing that's in that ILF family chat is a move-in checklist that we created. That's in there as well. I'm going to shoot a video, preferably today, to walk you all through how to access some of that stuff, because I know it's not a specific way. Would you ignored it? Did you really just ignore it?
I'm laughing at when Qatar said, please don't drop the couch, Ronald and Dad.
that list, a move-in list that you can utilize to replicate your process all the time, right? So that way it becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
Not just for you, but for the case managers too.
Yeah.
Right. So what does your process look like when the client, from assessment to bringing them to the house? What does that look like? Lease signage, documentation signage, getting all of their information in your system. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Now that you have the keys, what else? You're going to, of course, again, you don't want to move anybody in without those cameras. Let's have them set up, and don't just, and purchase the subscription, the recording. Okay, make sure you have the recording. Yeah,
that camera system does you no good if you can't prove what happened 15 minutes ago.
Listen,
not that 8-second clip that you get for free. So again, Shay, to be honest with you, man, my only message today, because I'm really not going to go super further than that, right? Because that'll start tipping over into the one-on-one stuff. But just really quickly again, most importantly, a lot of you guys are excited and you should be, but do not go and get that house if you know you haven't done the marketing.
Yeah.
And watch me say this loud and clear and nice and slow, because I talk fast and sometimes I stutter. But watch me say this real slow. Your social media is way more important than your website.
Yes.
Even though I talk about them both and they're equally, you need them. But every one of you on here right now did not find me on my website. You all found me running my big mouth on social media. It was either YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Lemonade. But one more time, remember we teach you guys something that's called lift, meaning lift your brand.
Yes.
L-I-F-T. Can somebody type into the chat, what does that mean, lift? For us, it means LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Come on, sir.
Call me a liar right now if you found me any other way. In fact, put in the chat right now, how did you guys find me and Shay? YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram? Clubhouse. So that means you go way back. But one more time, guys, if you don't have a social media presence, which is how they find you,
Yeah, you can have a website.
Because who cares about your website?
9 times out of 10, they're going to utilize your social media to get to your website. 99.9% of people don't take the time to do the Google My Business, create a Google profile on Google My Business. So nobody's finding you there neither. So again, you want to make sure that all of these things are in place.
But again, don't forget, guys, that one-on-one coaching is $4,997. You can go to forsterconsultants.com. And then the DIY, guys, is $497.
Yeah.
So again, get in where you fit in, guys. And then also, don't forget the ILF Academy, which is a free Facebook group. I promised you guys, I think about 3 weeks ago, that I would pour into that group the month of July. I'm probably going to do that the last Wednesday of this month. No, it's this month, actually. I'm sorry,
June,
right?
End of June.
Right. So this month, probably the last Wednesday, I'm going to pour into the ILF Academy. That's my free Facebook group. It's been a while since I did that, because obviously I spend more time with my YouTube folks and my one-on-one coaching clients, my family, as I call y'all. But the ILF Academy, I want to pour into you guys, right? So put on your calendar the last Wednesday of the month. I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to just say it. I'm going to come there and pour into you guys. There's a lot of you guys. And what I'm seeing now, I don't know what's happening there either. But we're getting 50 to 60 people joining that group a day. No matter where you guys are following from, I want to say again, thank y'all so much, right? You got a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, we want to be your coaches. We want to show you how to take a regular residential property, connect with social workers and case managers, and now be like all of these people that we're coaching that are picking up keys this week. Other than that, man, we'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, right back here. But I want to see 5 or 8 people sign up for the one-on-one coaching today.
And just go to the
remember,
website.
we also have financing. So go to the website right now. Put me on speakerphone. ForthingConsultants.com.
Go to
under the tab that says products and services.
And then you're going to choose the ILF Mastery Blueprint. You're going to click on that link and you're going to go to checkout. At checkout, you're going to see options for Klarna and what's the other one? Afterpay.
Yep.
And you can utilize those as payment, alternative payment methods to make monthly payments on your program. So again, one-on-one coaching is there on the site at Forston, FORSTON, consultants with an S on the end.com. And you can purchase our coaching right there.
Yeah.
Right
Absolutely.
there. Everybody asks, do you have payment plans? Yes. Klarna and Afterpay.
Yep.
I believe for each of them, you do have to have a credit card.
And we also need your home address.
Yes.
So if you know that you're going to apply for the finance, and also go ahead and just text us your address, because we'll have to enter it from our end.
Correct.
And that allows you to continue applying for that financing.
Yeah.
Okay?
And to all my DFS users, I will be sending out a contract of use. We'll be getting that sent out sometime next week as well. just so that we have everybody with all of the, like, how we operate, what's the expectations on the cancellation policy and all of that stuff. So in terms of service for digital flow solutions.
I give you guys so much stuff that comes with the ILF Master Blueprint, but guess what? I call that stuff complimentary. You don't pay for that stuff.
Right.
What you're paying for me is for transformation. I don't sell packages. I don't sell websites. I don't sell paperwork. I don't sell the curriculum. I don't sell the ebooks. I kind of sort of do because you can get that stuff individually. Right. But when you get my one-on-one coaching, you're not buying that. You're buying transformation. So when you're ready to change your life and you feel like God has called you to this, I'm the guy you come and see when it's time to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the DIY, I'll admit, a lot of people love that because they feel like they're still getting a part of me without paying what they call the bigger cost. So at only $497, you get everything my one-on-one people get. You just don't get me. So if you get the video 13 and say, "Ooh, Derek, that was good, bro. But what did you mean by that?" Like, you can't call me and ask me that, but you can come to YouTube. You can upgrade, which is a lot of people do with that DIY. They upgrade to a plan that we got for $47 a month that puts you in the same arena, the same private community as my one-on-one people. So Monday through Friday, you can ask questions. And then inside the group, right, we meet once every third Wednesday. So that's why a lot of people love the DIY, because you still get my paperwork. My team still builds your website. You get every ebook and every curriculum I've ever created. And I'm super proud of people that only get the DIY and you've also gotten started and you didn't need to talk to me. That's a testament not only to how great the coaching is, but how great you are that you put your hands to the plow and you were able to make it work without needing to talk to me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, man, there is nothing like being able to talk to the coach or the guy or the gal that knows the thing that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So be smart about this thing, guys. Don't recreate the wheel. We've already done that. And then also, I encourage people, don't buy nothing before you talk to me. So now if you just think, well, Dick, I want to talk to you first, bro. No problem.
Yeah.
Watch our webinar. The instruction is scrolling below. And if you're on TikTok, it's also on your screen. You're just going to text the phrase "more info." That's MOREINFO, nothing else. A lady texted yesterday. She says, "I'm new here. More info. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia," something that she put. And she didn't get nothing because she didn't follow the instruction. So not because I'm trying to be a jerk, but guys, my system is automated. Remember I told y'all about AI and automation? So when my system sees the phrase "more info," it's going to send you a text message. Yeah. You have to respond to that and put your name, email address, phone number, and then bam, instant download.
Bang, bang.
And then after you watch that, my system is so smart, it's going to see you watched it and it's going to send you a way to set up you now talking on the phone to me and Shay to talk about how fast can we get you started. And do you want the one-on-one coaching or the DIY? Or will you just come every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday? So again, I got something for everybody. I got free stuff Monday, Tuesday, Saturday right here on YouTube. The DIY is only $497 and it's a game changer. And then we got the one-on-one coaching, which is $5,000 for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
In 2026, my one-on-one coaching, guys, is going to be a lot different, and it's going to start at $10,000. So get in now while it's on sale and affordable, and it doesn't change. Because even next year in January, it's going to be $10,000, but you won't get my phone number. We're not meeting every 2 weeks, and it's going to be more of a group setting. Now, it's still going to be good coaching. It's going to be the same stuff. But the way that I've dedicated my life to y'all for the last 7 years, I'll admit, that's probably over with. Now, if you've already gotten it, congratulations. That never changes. So don't get that twisted. And let me slow it down and repeat that part. If you already got my coaching, or if you get it between now and December 31st, nothing changes. But boy, if you meet me in January, it's going to be the same great coaching, but the availability going to be different. Because God is really blessing us, and I won't be able to coach all of y'all one-on-one like that. So next year, you guys are going to see more of what I do as a group setting. And if you've been around us for a while, you've heard of my MSI group coaching. MSI, which stands for Move at the Speed of Instruction. That was a 6-week course. Now that's going to be the same thing, but probably way longer, but it's going to be a group setting. That one-on-one stuff, y'all, I did this for the last 7 years, and I'm proud of it. I built my company on it. But I'll admit, guys, 7 for us is also a very special number.
Yeah.
And moving into that number 8, the year 8, it's time to change the chapter on how we do things that make it bigger and better. So anyway, I'm just putting you guys into our game in terms of what's happening. I'm super excited for all of you guys and all of you new people that keep signing up, man. Thank y'all so much for trusting us with the dream that God has put in your heart. So that's it for me today. I wish you guys the absolute best. Y'all have a great day today. Enjoy your weekend. We're letting you guys go really early today too. It's only 11:30. And my family and Forston Consultants continue to do the great work and praying that you ask God every day to make you a better dad and a better father moving forward. You guys be great. Shay, bless the people real quick and we'll go.
I said my piece, yeah.
You guys be great. And now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think,
according to God's power that works on the inside of us. God bless, guys.
God bless, guys. We'll see you Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern.